So at this point, Honorable Ansel Dollar is the head of the Liberia Disaster Management Team. He's about to also address the queries here at Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism.
Other officials of government and special guests present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The MDMA early warning alert for windstorm, flood, and coastal erosion. On Saturday, March 16, 2024, reports from Bakuru, Bon and Nima County shows that windstorms have caused widespread damages to 298 homes, rendering over 1,000 people homeless. The government of Liberia, through the National Disaster Management Agency, dispatched a team of respondents to work along with local authorities in these counties to ascertain the gravity of the situation. The team observed in Wiswa Town, Bakulu, Jample, Garmo, and Peter in Bon County, and Zoblebo in Nima County. Several homes were entirely or partially destroyed as a result of heavy windstorms, leaving many, especially women and children, homeless. Available data from Bakulu shows that out of 101 homes, 52 have been badly damaged, while 49 were partially damaged. The total number of affected persons stands at 769 in Bakulu County. In Bon County, records indicate that out of 82 homes, 45 have been badly damaged, while 37 were partially damaged. Nima County reports that out of 37 affected structures, 2 have been entirely destroyed, with a 14-year-old girl sustaining severe injury. And the number of people affected stands at 268 in Nima County. In total, it can be established that 1,863 people were affected, with 2 persons sustaining serious injuries in those counties. Our investigation also reveals that the windstorm also devastated 4 critical structures. Efforts are being made by the government through the National Disaster Management Agency to address the humanitarian needs of affected population. The President, His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai, remains committed to supporting initiatives that will seek to keep Liberians safe against natural and human-induced hazard. Meanwhile, the National Disaster Management Agency wants to state this as an early warning that based on the World Bank Group Climate Risk Profile 2024 for Liberia, predicting that rainfall pattern this year will increase extremely, accompanied by windstorm and the 1 meter sea level rise, which are expected to pose future health hazard related to flood impacts, agriculture use, disease outbreak, critical infrastructure for water, sanitation, hygiene, and may well as lead to human injuries and the loss of life. The public is advised to be alert. Vulnerable communities along the coast of Liberia are advised to also be alert for coastal erosion as a result of rising sea level. Based on this scientific information, it is predicted that over 100,000 persons are expected to fall prey to flood, windstorm, and coastal erosion this year, with over 60% getting affected in coastal counties from the eastern and northern region, especially in the interior. Note that the rainy season has not started, and we already have 1,863 persons affected by windstorm. If it begins and goes to a peak, the worst may happen. Considering the impact caused by windstorm in Nimba, Bon, and Bakro County, it is clear that the public must get prepared for the rains, floods, windstorm, and rising sea level. The National Disaster Management Agency will dispatch across the country a awareness team in the coming days to provide education to the public on preparedness against these hazards. The agency wants to also assure the public that if any of these hazards surfaces and subsequently leads to disaster, the government will make efforts to reduce the impact on the life of the affected persons. Finally, the National Disaster Management Agency called on all its partners, both local and international, to support its efforts in cash and kind, so as to address the pressing humanitarian needs we have at hand and the challenges we have ahead of us. We also call on the national legislature, before whom the 2024 proposed budget is under debate, to do the needful, that is giving the National Disaster Management a befitting financial support as it relates to our preparedness to mitigate, respond, and our recovery process. Thank you. So I came along with my Deputy Director for Operations, Ms. Morris, also the Deputy Director for Administration, Koto Segai. Thank you.
So guys, that was the voice of Honorable Dollar. He is the Executive Director for the Disaster Management Team. We are still here at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism.
With the opportunity provided me by my boss, and I will be counted in history to introduce somebody who was living before I born, somebody who desired to change the cultural heritage of this country, grew up on the Ministry of Information because of the peace, stability, and the atmospheric condition of this country. She has come back after 25 years to speak to the Liberian people. And Tifadu Divo, your platform.
So at this point, Madam Fatou will be addressing the press here at Mika.
Extremely blessed in the call today, and the journalists here today. I just want to say many, many thanks for calling me onto this platform. And this is a huge one because I've been singing for so long. I have not seen many cameras like this. I have said everything that I wanted to in the minister office. But I will also say to the Liberian people that our culture of this land, it has turned into something that we need to fix. And when I say we need to fix, I'm not talking about fixing a drum. I'm not talking about fixing a sasa. We are trying to fix the mindset of people all over this country. The mindset of people in this country, even me, from abroad, because we all are Liberians. And our attitudes. If we can do that, that will help this government to do its work. Because we as Liberians, we take one line and make 100 lines out of that line. And the first line that we told to make our 99 lines out of, it was the pure one. But the rest of the 99 lines are things that we believe, we trust, and we want to hope on somebody. I'm standing here, I'm a singer, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a family people. Well, I've been here for a couple of weeks. I came to visit my family. I have been to the old Kennedy. I saw where they built there. Because the story before the Soul Kennedy was the erosion were taking our place. I was at the age of 13 when they brought me to Kennedy. I lived all my life in Kennedy. And when I heard Kennedy was sold, we all were crazy, mad. But one thing stood out to me was, I heard they went to build a new Kennedy. That took some of my anger down, and I wanted to hear what the new Kennedy was over. It was built. And I called here, and they said they did something. But the something they did, it was in the Kennedy we had. The Kennedy we have, all of you guys are sitting here, you guys were not born. You don't know what Kennedy was. So I would say again, but even people that are here, because even some of our people behind me here, some of them are younger than me. I'm older than them. Kennedy was a village or a town built by Tubman in the 1960s. It was built to bring people, to bring children of talents, to keep them there. And those children out there, once they were learned, after they have learned, they will be taking them on every visit. Now, any president for any country will go there to make Liberia proud. I can tell you now where I stand. I'm in the United States. I live here with my children. I live here with my husband. This country that we call our country, the name we got out there in the world that the minister said, that name need to change. The people know us only on bad stuff. Nothing good. And some of us have rolled under that bad umbrella, gone to universities, teach the culture, talk to people. When I got there, knew that nobody wanted to smell cassava, nobody wanted to eat fufu. Now the black Americans are calling us for fufu, for cassava leaf, for potato green. You did not sing it, did not know. So the culture is not just singing and dancing. It's our way of playing. So when you're talking about culture, people, don't just think we are here to sing. We're doing a lot behind the scene. You don't know. We don't have to come to the media to talk plenty for you to know. And we don't have to be in the positions that I will see us. So I just want to let you know that we are ambassadors for Liberia out there and making our way through all the storms to tell the people Liberia has something good in it. You can go there and see for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, my last word is to say again to our minister, because we grew up under the umbrella of Ministry of Information. If you don't know, Ministry of Information, dead with Kennedy, took care of Kennedy, everything. We are in one in this place. I would say again to the minister, like I say in the office, we are appealing to this government. Wherever money was raised or wherever money was taken from Johnson, to please rebuild Kennedy and put more in Kennedy than what we had before. Because Kennedy was a training ground. It was not just anything. We had a school. Because the building was built in a T form, President Tubman. One side of the T was the girls' dormitory. The left side of the T was the boys' dormitory. The belly of the T was the school and the auditorium and our kitchen. Then outside of Kennedy, we have houses built for parents to stay and take care of us. Each of our parents, their responsibility was to train up for better people for tomorrow. So Kennedy was not just a dancing ground. It was not just a singing ground. It was a place to pull a future leaders out. So we will be happy if they can build another Kennedy with a school, training ground, vocational schools that we had it. We'll be very happy. And our children are in the street today. You guys call Zogo. I don't know what it means. And I hate to call them that because I don't know the meaning. so those children can be helped through our culture, our way of living. Thank you so much for having me. And Mr. Minister, I will step down by just saying thank you so much for having me in front of these people. I appreciate it.
And
Thank
also
you.
voice of Madam Princess Fatou Clay, one of the cultural ambassadors and influencers in Liberia.